an expression of our love of our country, to then fight for its ideals, to fight for the ideals of our country, and to fight for the promise of America. That's what this is about. I have always believed in our nation's promise because I have lived it. I grew up a child of the civil rights movement. My parents would take me to marches when I was in a stroller, where people from all walks of life, all kinds of backgrounds, came together to fight for the ideals of our country, the ideals of freedom and opportunity. I've lived the promise of America. I saw how hard my mother worked to give her daughters the same chances our country gave her. Growing up, I was blessed to have family by blood and family by love. Who instilled in me, like all of us, who instilled in me the values that have always defined our nation at its best, like the value of community, of compassion, and faith. I've lived the promise of America. I've spent my life fighting for people who have been hurt and counted out, but who never stopped believing that in our country, anything is possible. I've lived the promise of America, and I see the promise of America in this beautiful assembly of people, of you, who understand what is at stake and also what we have yet to do. That's what this is about. This is about our joy and our optimism, about what has yet to be done that we can do together as one community of people who love their country. And I see then the promise of America in, for example, the women who refuse to accept a future without reproductive freedom. I see it in the men who support them. I see it in Republicans who have never voted for a Democrat before, but put the Constitution of the United States before party. I see the promise of America in all the young leaders who I know are here right now voting for the first time. Let me see your hands, right? And I love this generation of leaders because, listen, you are rightly impatient for change. You who are determined to live free from gun violence, to tackle the climate crisis, and shape the world you inherit. For these young leaders, let me tell you, none of this is theoretical for them. It's not political for them. For the young leaders, this is their lived experience. And I see you and I see your power, and I am so proud of you. Let's hear it for our first-time voters. I see you. So Pennsylvania, we have 6 days to get this done. No one can sit on the sidelines. Let's spend the next 6 days so when we look back, we will know that we've done everything we could. It's time to knock on doors, time to text and call voters, time to reach out to family and friends and neighbors and classmates and coworkers. And please, in these next 6 days, let us be intentional about building community. In these next 6 days, let us please be intentional about building coalition. And let us remember, we all have so much more in common than what separates us. So remember, your vote is your voice, and your voice is your power. And I will end by asking you, Pennsylvania, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you, and God bless the United States.